Hey guys, this is Rhonda here back. We haven't been on our social media YouTube page in 2 months because a lot has been going on. So let me just take you back to about September. We were still posting, but we were coming through a very difficult time. I'll tell you about that story possibly on another video, but we had lost my daughter's father, and we thank God for allowing us to walk through all of it, everything. It was so huge and such a blessing, but it just really hurt us in such a way, because anytime you lose someone that you love, it can be overwhelming. And so we went through that, and that was speaking of losing a parent and it being hard. I just want to go back and say that we had just before September just came through a year. So October and, well, actually September and October of this year would have been a year. And so the September and October before this year, September of 17, we had walked through a time where my aunt and uncle, we had become really close to them, and they became sick, and we literally lost them like a month and a half apart. So uncle passed away in August 31st, and then my aunt October the 18th. And in that year we had lost those two, a cousin, one of our best friends' husbands. It just was like, not to mention, because of ministry, the funerals that we were at. So we just had taken like a lull, like a very quiet time. And I'm talking about not just that loss, because when you lose people, it's just a loss. And I have to be honest, it was hard for me to just shake that kind of loss. I wasn't mad, because I understand that we're here for a time and a season for a purpose. But I just was like, Lord, it was so many different things in and out of the hospital. One would go in the hospital, one would come out of the hospital. And so we went through that time frame, and it just took us, like, we went to a low place and just trying to recover from it all. And then here we are, September, and we're walking through the loss of another loved one. So it was almost as if I could say, like, you have your head above water, but I would describe it as like I can't breathe. So I went through a place of time and season of depression and sadness, and just couldn't understand, and trusting God still, but just being honest, like, Lord, I don't get this. This is hard. And I know people are like, you're a woman of faith. Like, but it was one of the hardest things, because when I lost my mother at 23 years old, and somehow life had a funny way of flipping around. And so my aunt became like, she was our matriarch, and I was over there braiding her hair and laughing with her, and she would go in the hospital, and we were, I'd go visit her because I happened to work at that hospital, and we just felt like it was like our parents, because I have one parent and my husband has no parent. So we just really got close to them. And in the midst of that, there's so many other losses that had taken place. So it just took us to not an all-time high, an all-time low. And I have to come on here to talk about it, because I want people to know about the lows, because sometimes we struggle with the lows and we won't say anything. And I can tell you there was times that I just was like, God, I can't believe all this is just happening, one thing after another. And it was a difficult season. And then we experienced the next. And in October, we were just trying to still keep moving and walk our daughter through this, because it was such a difficult time. And when you lose a parent, it's just hard, and their relationship is like no other. And so we tried to walk her through that, and then our car broke down in October. And so now we're like, oh gosh, you don't have a car, and we walk through so many different things in our life in that car. My husband and I can literally write a book about the stories that happen while we're driving together, because we're always together. We figure out life in the car. So losing that car was like, oh no, our car. And so we did that, and then we moved to the next season of life, where I got another job. I'm cooking at the same time, and meeting new people, and going through just learning all of that good stuff. We're excited about our cast iron. We have new cast iron skillets, so I'm cooking Sunday dinner. And that's why I'm on here today, because today, Sunday, for me, is self-care Sunday. It has to become my self-care Sunday, where I cook and really just take time, wash my hair, you know, do all of those things that I was just like moving and grooving when I was younger. And my kids are younger now, they're grown. And I'm kind of just taking time to take care of me. I have to do that because it has been a difficult time. You know, so we started this new job, and we got through that. We got through 90 days and just learning, and we just got quiet. Because just going through different things, you know, you're assessing, processing, trying to figure out different things, taking a lift back and forth to work in the cold, trying to figure out, going through anger, kind of like, why is this all happening to me all right now? And just getting through it. On the weekends, Saturday, Sundays, I usually go to the pool. It's my time, get in the water. I kind of just release and just let myself go under the water and hold on to a noodle and just let my whole body go. And so I've been doing that. And so today, when I get done cooking, I'll be doing that. I'm also transferring my poinsettia. I'll show you guys when I get done seasoning my string beans and corn. We've been trying to eat healthier. And I want to just tell you guys that I felt guilty. I felt guilty because you guys walked with me, not so much on YouTube, but some of you have walked with me losing 141 pounds. I put some pounds on. I want to give a shout out to Crispy. Is her YouTube page that I watch, because she talked about emotional eating. It's so hard to get back up. But the Bible talks about a man falls 7 times and gets back up the 8th time. So here I am. I feel good because this week I went to the gym. I'm trying to do 3 times a week because I realized it helps me with my stress, and I want to just get back to where I was. I just kind of like just didn't check out, but wasn't moving, wasn't eating the greatest, and wasn't moving as much as I should have. So this week I went back to the gym and I worked out 4 times this week, and feel totally amazing. So my goal is 3. But I'll be back for as many times as I can. And I'm just going to do the best that I can do. I have been taking care of Rhonda. What does that look like? I've been going to therapy. And going to therapy even when I didn't have insurance. Going to therapy, I figured that out. How to get a therapist when I didn't have insurance. How to still talk to my therapist over the phone, because I didn't have a car. Figured that out. Now I'm back rolling in, and I still see her, and it was just like so important for me not to sever this relationship, because we can say, oh, we're better and I don't need you anymore. And I just felt like all that we were going through, we just needed somebody to talk to. In addition to that, in October we had a grandchild, and she had some difficulty, so she just had to get surgery last Friday. And that was something that I never saw before in my story. And so going through that, just all of the different things, emotions, she just turned 5 months, and so it was a 6-hour surgery. And I have to admit, I was like concerned. I'm a parent of 3. My children have had surgery before, but emergent surgery. But this was just something different, and so you just never know what you're going to walk through. And I always say, the gifts and callings that you're called to, and the story that you have, the ministry that you have, God is going to have you walk through some different scripts that nobody knows anything about, and you just got to walk through them. But I'm grateful that He trusts us to walk through it. I know that He is pleased. Thank God. That word came to us a week and a half ago that he's pleased. And so we just want to keep moving forward. And I want to give you the best Rhonda. I believe, and my therapist said it, she said that you're loving yourself, that you're creating boundaries, and you know what you want, and there's these accomplishments that you have made, and that you'll recognize them. And I'm just really taking time to learn how to not react and to cope with what I have, and to not be angry and just accept it. I even have this new cell phone case just to help me, you know, stay calm just when I want to flip out. And I'm doing some different things. I'm around here, I'm washing my hair every weekend, and I have emu oil and aloe vera to grow my hair, and it's growing just wonderfully, and it's thick and it's wonderful, and I love it, and I'm into that, and just really just still trying to move forward in the midst of it all. And there's a lot of other pieces of the story I could tell you about. But today I'm cooking, and I have my poinsettia, and this is going to be part of my self-care Sunday. I'm just going to listen to some music and use this as creative therapy. I'm going to take these off and make it a house plant. The red, I'm taking the red off, putting it in a pot. I'm going to grow it, and I'm going to try to keep her around until next Christmas. And what you have to do is put them in the closet, and once you cut the red off, keep them in the dark for 8 hours to force them to flower and to turn red. I think there's a message in that, so I'm going to actually walk through the process. And then I'm actually growing my garden back. I got my seeds. It's that time. It's almost, well, it's spring, so I'm going to start them in the house. And I've been watching the homesteaders, Joshua Rhodes and their family. Love them, and they've been giving me some different advice. They don't know it, but I have some greens and some salad, banana peppers, which I absolutely love, sugar snap peas, and tomatoes. Trying to give my family a healthier option, give us something to do, keep us busy, keep us occupied, and doing the best that we can do. So that's all that I have going on. I still have Social Girl for God into my office, so I came up with this really cute paperweight. I love office stuff. Stationery. It makes me happy. It gives me, what is it? What's the kimono lady? Where it brings you joy, brings me joy. So my office is consistently being worked on, and I'm excited about this. Social Girl for God, we still have the group open, but I took all the members out. My message has shifted. Still being Social for God, and as that transforms, we'll see what's next. But I just want to be able to still give you social media tips as I find things that I need in my sharing and business. We're not serving people that way anymore. We're really going another lane, another route, and really focusing on our messages with Simply Pray. And we want to be able to help the body to really take care of themselves, and to know that you may be going through something different and difficult, but it's okay. And that there's so many people on YouTube that help me get through certain things, and when I need to learn things, they teach me and they give of themselves. And that's kind of our, not kind of, it's our thing. We want to make sure that all that we have, we want the next girl to know it. We want her to know it and be empowered and keep on moving. And I think we can do that through YouTube. So you'll see us come back, sharing some different things, having fun, being creative. I'm in one of the I think best seasons of my life, and I just had a birthday, and just really listening to God, and he has some other great things to share with you too, as long as you hear him. And I want to help you be able to do that too. So that's it. We want you to have an amazing Sunday. It's our self-care Sunday, so we'll be coming back and just sharing some things that we're doing to just keep ourselves occupied, and to help us to be able to cope with life, and to not give up, and to give you hope, and to know that he's going to give you an expected end. That's what it says. So be blessed. We'll be back. Things are ahead of us. So we hope that you guys have an awesome day. And be blessed. Take care.